diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Here's the handoff. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. They're working that left side. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings. He works his way to the 39.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll try to get him through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The Red Raiders offense has the ball for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. A little release to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Red Raiders decide to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Colorado! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Setting up the screen. Strong, firm tackle.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. There he goes.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Slithers into space. Discards him with the stiff arm. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Wide open downfield. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly complete. Tackled there by the defense.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Going to sling it on second down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Caught over the middle. It's Hussein. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
And the Buffaloes can really attack on this second and short. Back to the ground with the running back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bucks! It's as if every play call with this guy, you've got the play that's called, and if that doesn't work, something that might even be more dangerous.
How nice is that as an offensive coordinator, right, Reese? You know that even if what you called isn't exactly going to work, this guy can just pull a rabbit out of the hat. He can go backyard football and just take off. Man, this guy is fun to watch.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Got his man. And the defense drags him down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, running back gets the give. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, And then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
Breaks into the open. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Bring in the heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Unloads to the right, and they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Oh, they're after him. Another incompletion on this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it's no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
That kicker needed to club up. Fortunately, the ball hits the crossbar.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Here comes the heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. Just needs a crack to get a return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Fires to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man. Really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, But then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guys, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Buffaloes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Gets it out fast. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Buffaloes! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Boom. Just a little off. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quickly to the tight end.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got an open man. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it.
Touchdown, Red Raider! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline to be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Lubbock.
And the Buffaloes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They'll go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Touchdown, Colorado! Special teams proving to be special. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rides to back and leaves it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. The give on the counter.
Man,
is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Bucs. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Iowa has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since the great Hawkeye wave, but this has been a nip and tuck affair in Iowa City. They're up by 5 over Michigan. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the win.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Judovsky. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle.
42, Texas Tech, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the 2nd half.
The Red Raiders will punt this one away. on the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Running back searching for a hole. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down and more. At the 35, he's got room. A lot of room to the right. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab down the left side. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it first and 10, threatening inside the 30. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. They'll run play action. It's on target and complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage.
Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And that's good enough for a first down.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Got his man downfield. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. Complete downfield. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bucks! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Off the play fake on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
Back to pass on second down. Quick completion on the out route. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got a little space. Turning it on. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And this offense, man, it's just been one of those days. And they're not going to want to watch the tape, but they haven't put up a bunch of points. They're getting scored on a lot. It's one of those days you want to forget, and adding a drop to the tally is just a cherry on the sundae.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Gonna look downfield again. He's got him still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Red Raiders, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game, because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
So now on comes the field goal unit. thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Zings it complete to the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll snap this one from the 40. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. I don't like the other coach.
It's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Buffaloes are on the move. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On 4th down, going to the air. Intercepted deep in his own end. Bringing it back. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. There he goes. Defense picks it up. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Buffaloes! The defense takes matters into its own hands. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. And And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Iowa is down right now inside Kinnick Stadium, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Iowa City today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Off play action. Right down the middle. Complete to the left. Sprinting away. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. On the move at the 30. They make the stop, but the sweet blowing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Wants to throw again. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack at the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They're in command of this game. Now it breaks into the open. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And how good is that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get. Let the running back figure it out.
Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The give to the tailback. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start